Stronger India through a million health-educated students. The first lecture will be delivered by Professor S.K. Sarin, who is the Director of Institute of Liver and Biliary Sciences, popularly known as ILBS. He is a well-known clinical researcher, medical entrepreneur, a great teacher. Most of all, he is known for his humility and touch with the common man. He has made far-reaching contributions to the lives of millions of Indians through his research and through his service. He has been awarded the Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian honor by the President of India in 2007. Dr. Sarin is accompanied by Dr. Kanika Kaushal. She is an MD in public health. She has been working with Dr. Sarin at ILBS since October 2021. She is leading the team of Project Live Healthy at ILBS, which screens the general population of Delhi for hepatitis B and C and the risk factors for fatty liver. Friends, today, Dr. S.K. Sarin will talk about his vision for a stronger India through a million health-educated students. Dr. Sarin will emphasize on the importance of liver in our overall health. He will also tell us what are the reasons why the liver gets damaged and how we can protect it. He will also tell us about his vision of raising awareness among the college students, university students in New Delhi since January 2023 through the project SMilES. And Dr. Kanika Kaushal will then speak about how you can be part of this SMilES, how you can register in this project called SMilES by filling an online self-assessment form for fatty liver, which just takes about 10 minutes. In fact, often we don't realize the importance of keeping our liver healthy. I heard Professor Sarin speak about liver and the causes for its damage and how we can protect it earlier. He's a great speaker, and I'm sure you will appreciate the importance of keeping our liver healthy after you listen to both the experts. I urge all the heads of institutions who have joined this meeting, the faculty members and the students who are watching this live streaming of this lecture across the country to please participate in this SMilE project. I especially request the heads of the institutions after this program is over to please put up posters and involve organizations such as NSS and NCC in your institutions and encourage as many students as possible to participate in this SMilE project. I will now invite first Professor S.K. Sarin to deliver his lecture for about 20-25 minutes. After both the speakers speak, if time permits, we will also take some questions from the audience. Professor Sarin, the mic is with you now.
Thank you, sir. And I appreciate the opportunity for being with such a galaxy of people. And I would think it's a great opportunity for a doctor to go to the fields in a manner. I will try and share my slides in a minute's time. And uh, are my slides visible, sir? Are my slides visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They're visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, first of all, on behalf of UGC now, I am welcoming you to Chetna, the 21st lecture. And my job today is to have a stronger India uh, through 1 million health educated students. I bring greetings from ILBS. My gratitude to Professor Jagadesh Kumar, Chairman UGC, who you all know so well, who leads by example by being healthy. The whole UGC team, Shri Gopu ji and the other people, all of you who have joined today, chancellors and vice chancellors, directors, principals, teachers, students, maybe friends and family members from 300 colleges and universities. I have no conflict of interest, except to say what I say is based on the work done by many of our bright residents. Chetna is consciousness. It is life. And that is what the meaning of liver is. Liver in Anglo-Saxon days was life fare, for life. Liver means life. It is also feelings. Somewhat English people spoiled and made it into liver, otherwise it was life. And our own Ayurveda says pitta, which is fire, the life and fire. That's what liver is. And so I thought it might be of interest to you. The Etruscans and Babylonians, more than 2000 years before Christ, there was nobody, no gods. Only liver was placed in the temples. And future could be predicted. This is the back of liver, this is gallbladder. The movement of armies, the movement of kings was all determined based on the sheep liver, the moist liver, the strong livers. So therefore, love your liver, don't burn it. Liver, situated on the right side of your upper abdomen, is an organ which weighs about 1.5 kilograms. And it has many functions, it's a metabolic factory. What I want to stress upon is that your blood sugar is not controlled by pancreas, but by liver. And your cholesterol, triglycerides are all controlled by liver. Your hemoglobin, your iron, your platelets, your clotting, all that is done by liver. And of course, it's a gland largest for immune functions. And therefore, God has given it double blood supply. It never gets old. And our first chancellor was very keen to donate his liver. You all can do it, 60% of your liver, it will come back like your hair grow. But what damages liver? You all know, I know nobody in the college system drinks alcohol. I know when they study, they just study. So, but you must know that alcohol damages liver. And of course, viruses like hepatitis A, B, C, and E, they affect. But what is more important and maybe less known is that fat damages liver. And you all know this lady, and you all know this man. So alcohol and liver damage, very well known. So keep away. Alcohol causes fatty liver, more than 10% of the weight of the liver. And we call it alcohol-induced, steato means fat, and hepatitis. So Ash, So you know that if you drink alcohol for whatever reason, it is going to have fat in the liver called ash. But more important now is without drinking, you may have the same bad effects called non-alcohol, so non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. So fatty liver that has more than 10% of fat, say liver is 1500 grams and more than 10%, it is bad. So surplus calories and bad genes. Now this is an important diagram. Even if you are a student of commerce or of history, try to understand this. Well, you have alcohol or you have fat. It goes into the liver. All these white cells are not healthy. They are liver cells which are filled with fat, more than 10%. Now, if the liver is filled with such cells, the body thinks, भाई ये क्या चीज आ गई? ये कौन से cells हैं? ये तो foreign cells हैं, इनको मारो. उनको मारने के लिए you send your white cells and all these blue dots are your white cells. They kill these cells and this is hepatitis. So body में अपने आप fight शुरू हो गई to kill these cells and these are solar. Then there is a scar because you have to heal the injury. Then there is fibrosis. And then finally, if it continues, there is cirrhosis. Now, what is the readout? Iska injury ka readout hai blood mein, a high blood test called ALT. I will come to it, but please remember. Now, when you have fat in the liver, insulin cannot go. Liver to factory hai metabolism ki. आपकी इंसुलिन नहीं गई तो कैलोरीज यूज ही नहीं होंगी, एनर्जी यूज नहीं होगी, शुगर यूज नहीं होगी. सो मोर एंड मोर इंसुलिन विल हैव टू कम इन, and after some times pancreas will get tired and you will have what is known as diabetes. So diabetes is a liver disease. It is a result of excessive demand to make insulin, which over time pancreas gives up. Then you have fat in the liver cell, but this fat will go into the blood, and when it goes into blood and you get a blood test, भाई मेरा आज शुगर, भाई आज मेरा कोलेस्ट्रॉल ज्यादा आया है. भाई आया कहां से वो कोलेस्ट्रॉल? That has come from a spillage of fat from the liver. So you have high cholesterol, you have high triglyceride, you take a pill, no benefit. Go to the root cause, fat in the liver. Now this fat circulates in your blood, deposits on the arteries, you get high blood pressure, you get heart disease, a stroke, gallbladder stone, cancers. Therefore, this state is now known with a new name called metabolic dysfunction associated fatty liver disease. So one journey is in the liver, may even lead to liver cancer. One journey is your whole metabolism. So let's recap. What does surplus fat in liver do? It flames your body, high, inflammation. It is readout is a simple blood test of 20 rupees ALT and your other organs get involved. So liver fat flames and frames your body. Just remember this. So what is the first step? What we should do? You know all your hemoglobin. You must know what is the normal ALT, which is an enzyme which is produced by liver. Importance of ALT. If your ALT is less than 20, which was done in this Korean study, 142,000 health insurance participants, young 35 to 59. Their ALT was measured in 1990 to 92. Then these were followed for about 10 years. What happened to them after 10 years? Those who had an ALT of less than 20 remained. Death due to liver or all causes was 1. But if their ALT was more than 100, then death due to liver was 59 times more relative risk. And due to heart, kidney was 5 times more. So liver health-wise, ALT or SGPT should be less than 30 for male and less than 19 for female. If this is a study which was done in Framingham in the US, third generation children, the study started in 1940s. उनके बच्चे हुए, फिर उनके बच्चे हुए, उनके बच्चों को देखा गया। जो बच्चे जिनका ALT बचपन में लिवर का ये टेस्ट हाई था, जब वो बड़े हुए 15 साल 10 साल बाद, दे हैड 5 to 20 times मोर डायबिटीज। भाई बचपन में ही अगर हमें पता लग जाता कि उनका SGPT ALT हाई है, तो हम उनकी डायबिटीज बचा लेते। So SGPT or ALT correlates with fatty liver, very clear, high cholesterol, diabetes and risk of diabetes, blood pressure, heart disease and risk of heart disease, all cancers, liver, breast, prostate. So how many of you know your ALT? Get it done. So you know, and your family and friends. Liver fat precedes, flames, and is the root for diabetes and heart disease. The central thought: liver is injured by excess fat. Excess fat causes resistance to work by insulin. Fatty liver predates diabetes and heart disease. So why should we all know? Because in India, 24 crores, 1 in 4 adults, and 1 in 6 below 20 years has fatty liver. This is bigger than any pandemic. And therefore, I am very grateful to be allowed by UGC to speak to you. So, fatty liver flames your body. So, how do you reduce burden of diabetes? How do you keep your population healthy? Check the fat in the liver because it is the cause of myocardial infarction, stroke, peripheral diseases, hypertension, obesity. For females, polycystic ovary, karatalina, sleep apnea. You will remember it. Cancers of all kinds. So reduce fat. This is the fulcrum. The project SMilES will bring, if you all join, if you all appreciate, SMilES in millions of kids, millions of families. A stronger India through a million health educated students. So now the simple question is, do I have fatty liver? Bhai bata do mujhe. Should I worry? And how to fix it? If my liver is healthy, because I am healthy, it will run. But if I am like this, my liver is like this, and it is crying and weeping. How to know fatty liver? Very, very simple. If you remember this, ask yourself, are you or your family member, matlab mother, father, bhai, behan, chacha, mama, are they suffering or were suffering from obesity, diabetes, blood pressure, heart, kidney, liver disease, stones in gallbladder, cancers, or they had habit of snoring? So you are in the high risk group. Red line. What is the weight? भाई अगर आपका अपना वेट ज्यादा है, और वेट कैसे पता लगाएंगे? हाइट -100 फॉर मेल, हाइट -100 फॉर फीमेल। जैसे आपकी हाइट 170 है, 100 घटा दीजिए तो आपका वजन 70 होना चाहिए। अगर फीमेल है तो आपका वजन 65 होना चाहिए। और अगर फैमिली हिस्ट्री है, घर में किसी को ये थी बीमारी, तो 5 किलोग्राम और घटाना पड़ेगा। Then your ideal weight will be for a female just 60 kg. It is painful, but these are the facts of life. भाई आपको पता है गाड़ी के अगले पहिए में हवा 32 होनी चाहिए, और अगर आपने 40 रख ली, 50 हो गई, तो वो उचकेगी गाड़ी और खराब हो जाएगी। You are like that. Remember, maintain exact weight. Blood, अगर आपने टेस्ट कराया, आपका SGPT हाई है, शुगर हाई है, या कोलेस्ट्रॉल ट्राइग्लिसराइड हाई है, देन यू ऑलरेडी हैव फैटी लिवर। और अगर कभी अल्ट्रासाउंड हुआ है या कराया है तो फैट होगी उसमें। और एक नई टेस्ट है मशीन, इलास्टोग्राफी, आई विल नॉट डिस्कस इट। नेक्स्ट इज फॉर यू youngsters, teachers, and all other listeners. Check the waistline. Not merely weight, waistline. Think about your curves. Why? Do not fit jeans onto you. Fit into the jeans. waist for men, waist for women, 90 and 80. देन आप बाल कटाने जाते हैं, नाई से पूछो यार मेरे पीछे या वाइफ से या फ्रेंड से, गर्दन पे ऐसे वार्ड्स तो नहीं, प्लीज ऑल चेक योरसेल्फ राइट नाउ, और आई हैव ए ब्लैक लाइन. इफ यू हैव एनी ऑफ दिस black velvety lines or these warts, then you have fatty liver. And this initial 3000 Delhi college students, 10%, 1 in 10 had this already at a young age. Ultrasound will tell you fat in the liver. This is your skin, abdomen की skin है, उसके नीचे muscle है, ये white is fat, ये kidney है black और ये liver है. अगर आपका लिवर इस फैट के जैसा है तो भाई फैटी हो ही गया वाइट. So what I want today and want to communicate a stronger India through 1 million health educated students, to educate all, each and everyone, whether it is a barber or it is a tailor or it is your family friend or yourself. I would like you to help us, every university, to have all you vice chancellors, directors, teachers, mentors, and staff to be aware of the facts I have told you. All health education students. What can we do? First is our attitude. भाई चलता है, होता है, उसके भी था फैटी लिवर, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? नो. अगर आपके यहाँ फायर लग रही है, अलार्म बज रहा है, तो आप भागते हैं, भागिए. आइडियल वेट को मैं रीडिफाइन करता हूं, हाइट -100, हाइट -105. अगर इंचेस में देखते हैं भाई वो 5 फुट 3 इंच की लेडी है, 5 feet 90 pounds, every 1 inch 5 pounds, 5 3 will be 105 pounds, and माइनस करिए if family is affected. लाइट वेट के बड़े फायदे. फोकस on health. I know Delhi में बड़ी बड़ी cities में space कम है, but you can still focus on health. Why? Exercise is needed. This is a very important slide, not difficult. Please go in this with me. When you take glucose, किसी फॉर्म में आपने गन्ने का रस लिया या आपने फ्रूट्स खाए, वो आपकी जो ग्लूकोज गई उसमें, वो 2 जगह जाती है. लिवर में जाती है, एक्स्ट्रा होगी तो स्टोर हो जाएगी ग्लाइकोजन. मसल में जाती है, ग्लूकोज यूज हो गई, ज्यादा बचेगी, ग्लाइकोजन है. पर अगर आपकी मसल्स चलती नहीं है, आपकी मसल्स हिली नहीं, आप तो मतलब एक्सरसाइज नहीं करते हैं, बैठे हैं, तो वो सारी ग्लूकोज यहाँ यूज नहीं होगी. इट विल गो इनटू द लिवर. लिवर विल नाउ मेक मोर ऑफ फैट. It will have high fat, triglycerides, cholesterol, everything. This is now an insulin-resistant muscles. But if you exercise, this insulin resistance 45 minutes becomes insulin sensitive. मसल का तो इतना आसान काम है, रीजनरेट हो गई, काम में लग गई. आपका HDL बढ़ जाएगा, ट्राइग्लिसराइड घट जाएगा, आपका लिवर का फैट गायब हो जाएगा. So remember this. Exercise, simple benefits, glucose mobilization, utilization. Everything depends on the plate. You become what, how much, and when you eat. आजकल बड़ा फैड है कि साहब इंटरमिटेंट फास्टिंग, वो तो पहले से ही चल रहा था भारत में कि भाई आप 6 बजे के बाद नहीं खाएंगे, सुबह 6 बजे से पहले नहीं खाएंगे. सूर्यास्त और सूर्योदय बने हुए थे, अब थोड़ा बदल गए हैं, रात को खाते. When you eat late in night, it is not what you eat, it is your bacteria. So the Nobel Prize in 2017 was for the clock gene. The clock gene is what regulates your body. So if you eat at 12 in the night, your bacteria will remain awake till 2. So remember, this is very vital when you eat. How much you eat? You start with a dessert plate. भाई डिनर प्लेट मत लो, उसका आधा होता है डेजर्ट प्लेट, वही अपनी प्लेट रखें. एंड व्हाट यू ईट, आई हैव गिवन समथिंग. आई नो मेनी पीपल मे नॉट लाइक मी फॉर दिस, बट दिस इज हेल्दी. यू हैव टू चूज what it is healthy. And coffee, once in a while, it clears the liver fat. So remember, it depends on the plate. So my suggestion to all of you, wise people, your cafeterias should serve across, at least in university setup, sprouts, salads, fruits, healthy food. SMilES is an idea. It's a hope, my vision for future of college students in India. I hope you can envision with me. SMilES will make India stronger. We made all these proposals to the Ministry of Health and Niti Aayog in 2021. With all humility, the government of India included this fatty liver into the national program for non-communicable diseases because it is the core. If you decrease fat, your diabetes goes down, heart disease goes down, blood pressure goes down. Why we are talking to college students? We all know you are the future. You will make the future of the country. To have the future of the country healthy, you have to lead. 2006, European countries joined hands to make what is known as Helena study, healthy lifestyle in Europe by nutrition in adolescents. This study was to understand and effectively enhance nutritional and lifestyle habits of adolescents in Europe. वो एक कंट्री दूसरे से compete किया उन लोगों ने. These were between 12 and 17.9 years of age students. कि भाई यूके में तो 64% है, स्वीडन में 70% है जो हेल्दी है, मतलब वहां पर भी 30 से 35% बच्चे अनहेल्दी थे. But we have no such studies. Through your network of UGC colleges, universities, don't you think we should have such intervention studies? It may make the country different. So the aim for SMilES project is to target 1 million college students of India between 18 and 25. वैसे आगे पीछे में कोई बुराई नहीं है, अगर 26 साल का है वो भी ज्वाइन कर सकता है. Years to screen for the risk factors. What are you born with? What have you grown with? We want to screen. We are not saying कि आप बीमार हो, आप घबराओ, कोई टेंशन नहीं है. बिल्कुल आसानी से आप सिर्फ अपनी रिस्क स्क्रीनिंग करते हैं. अच्छा भाई मैं 25 मिनट में एयरपोर्ट पहुंचूंगा या मुझे 1 घंटा लगेगा, बस यही देखना है. एयरपोर्ट और एनी अदर डेस्टिनेशन. व्हाट आर वी डूइंग इन SMilES? ऑनलाइन सेल्फ असेसमेंट आप खुद करेंगे, मर्जी है नहीं करें. अगर करेंगे तो आपको पता लग जाएगा कि मेरा रिस्क क्या है ऑफ डेवलपिंग बीपी, हार्ट डिजीज. एंड थ्रू यू सीनियर पीपल, माय सजेशन इज एक बार कर ही लीजिए. बता एज की चिंता ना करें, इवन यू कैन डू योरसेल्फ. हेल्थ एजुकेशन, what I am trying to briefly say is just a tip of the iceberg, but awareness is required. And then all the youngsters who are listening, or maybe young faculty, we want to have health warriors. Health warriors are not for disease, it is for prevention. Our journey started with the DU colleges, and these are some of our people who are working. And the project SMilES goes around target population, effort required. We just height, weight, waist, hip, neck collar. Are you feeling tired? Are you often getting skin or acne, struggling to get into clothes, or all these kinds of things? Well, with this, and this is Priyanka, and these tips to keep your liver healthy. And here we are just going around colleges, and I do hope we have done. The reason for now taking 5 months to come to you is that we tested. Can we do it? Does it happen? Log bhag lete hain, students, there's huge excitement. We've done about 3,000. 39 colleges have participated till now. Our target, however, is big. The phase 1 million students. What will we do? जैसे आपको पता है कि रेड लाइट पे रुकना है, येलो पे कॉशियस होना है, ग्रीन पे जा सकते हैं. We would just like this group of youngsters to be divided into 3, red, yellow and green, and themselves to decide कि भाई रेड लाइट जंप करनी है या अपने को ठीक होके ग्रीन में आना है. To give you a snapshot of 3,000, you have 33% of the kids, young kids in Delhi, who are either overweight or obese. Isn't it painful? Our phase 2 will be diagnostic screening, whether they have already developed liver disease or they have got other blood pressure and other things. Just to let you know, 24% of young Indians have high blood pressure. So students in red zone will undergo some more tests if they agree, including a liver scan. So our activities will be first self-assessment, then training the chain. Each student will train 10 more. I hope so. Health education by giving modules, and then webinars, camps, healthy liver, healthy India. And students we want from red to come to yellow. They can also come to green very fast if they have strong will, or red to yellow, yellow to green, and the green to stay in green. भाई आप तो ठीक हो, भगवान की दया से, आपके पेरेंट्स के जीन से बिगड़ना मत. Phase 2, those we find in the red or yellow, we will get the sugar, blood, platelets, liver functions, cholesterol, triglycerides. We request all of you through your university channels, colleges, through UGC, through CSR, to support this simple 200-300 rupees. And then if required, we will do liver stiffness and nutrition counseling. Just to give you an idea, if 20%, although there were 27%, were in red card, you will have out of 1,200,000, 2 lakh high risk में होंगे. 30% येलो है तो 3 लाख बॉर्डर लाइन के करीब हो. आधी पॉपुलेशन हमारी अटेंशन जाएगी यंगस्टर्स की. 50% हेल्दी हैं, उनको हेल्दी रखें. अब अगर हम टारगेट रखें आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी में और आप अपने आप रखें, इससे बेटर कर सकते हैं. 50% जो थे हेल्दी, अब मैं अगले साल 8% दूंगा. मैं दिखा दूंगा इसी चेयर को, बाकी दुनिया को, बाकी कंट्री को, कि हमारे यहाँ एक साल में 10% ज्यादा हेल्दी कर लिए हमने. रेड को मैंने येलो में किया, येलो को ग्रीन में किया. Isn't that something which is doable? And of course you will have warriors. Just to give you a number, 36% of students had family history. 1 in 3 of these 3,000 have a family history. तो वो तो वैसे ही बेचारे परेशान हैं. और 60% were not able or were not walking for 30 minutes in a day. बस से उतरे, गाड़ी से उतरे, गए, घर गए. And painfully, 63% of females did not have the desired waist. 2/3 की वेस्ट ज्यादा थी, और मेन तो और बुरे थे. 3/4 की वेस्ट ज्यादा थी. अभी से ही जब वो 30-35 के होंगे तो क्या होगा सोचिए. But I want to say most humbly, don't think these are bad people, because every fat person is not bad and every lean is not good. This is Mona Lisa through the eyes of Fernando. Still looks very beautiful. To UGC we are indebted through your support. If we can make a nationwide implementation of SMilES, the SMilES team will contact, and you just have to give us a nodal person, but most importantly, your mindset, most importantly, your emotional commitment. ILBS and UGC, if you all agree and the chairman agrees, we could have 3 medals every month for participating colleges, a gold, a silver or bronze, or any other criteria, just to incentivize. The awareness conclave can be done in your college. I'm just suggesting ILBS, and we will like to start in 3 months' time. How to enroll your colleges, universities, Dr. Kanika will briefly touch base. Don't say no time for liver. Chetna brings smiles. Please own it for the interest of yourself and for a healthy India. Profuse thanks, and I'm really indebted to the UGC for allowing me to share my thoughts with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sareen. Very insightful and a very simple lecture. We have more than 1,100 universities in the country and more than 40,000 colleges across the country. And we have 40 million, now it is 41 million students in the higher educational institutions. I'm sure your lecture will inspire lakhs and lakhs of students to participate in this program. Let me now invite Dr. Kanika Kaushal to speak about the details on how to participate in this SMilES project.
Thank you so much, sir. I hope my slides are visible.
Yes.
So, good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Kanika Kaushal, Assistant Professor in Department of Clinical Research and Epidemiology here at ILBS since past 1.5 years. And I would like to sincerely thank Sareen sir for trusting me with this visionary public initiative that is SMilES. So let me just tell you the current scenario when we talk about the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So you must have read and come across news such as these, that NAFLD, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is on the rise post-COVID, and 40% in India, 1 in every 4 adults suffer from fatty liver. Earlier, only alcohol was like a bad guy related to liver, but non-alcoholic fatty liver is something that people do not associate liver diseases with. So we need to generate awareness around this issue. And can you believe it that young adults are now more at risk to get fatty liver? So we often come across news such as, does your child have a fatty liver, and why, understanding why this fatty liver disease is on rise in children and especially among teens and young adults. So ILBS is also a WHO collaborating center for viral hepatitis and liver diseases. And recently we analyzed the data, and we saw that NAFLD, that is non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, is more dangerous to develop liver cancer eventually than viral hepatitis. We have heard about AIDS, the viral infection, like much more than about hepatitis B. So hepatitis B is 100 times more infectious than HIV, and that causing liver cancer, then fatty liver is one step ahead to cause liver cancer in long run. So it is like even more dangerous. So that's how sir came up with this vision of SMilES initiative. So we started working with this idea back in 2021 in September, October. And then we took necessary permissions from the Department of Training and Technical Education and Directorate of Higher Education in New Delhi. So they had a network of around 70 colleges. This is excluding Delhi University colleges. So we took the necessary permissions, and then we enrolled. We have so far enrolled around 40 colleges out of the 70 colleges that come under these two departments. So I will briefly tell you like how you can enroll in this SMilES initiative. So SMilES team will reach out to you after we get these necessary permissions for each of the college and university who are interested in joining this initiative with us. So we have a team here. I am the nodal person, Dr. Priyanka is senior resident, and Dr. Purnima is the project officer, SMilES. So once we receive the permissions from you, we will reach out to you either via call or email, or we also make WhatsApp groups so that we are all connected as SMilES warriors all together. And then we conduct in-person sessions as well when colleges are inviting us to brief about fatty liver, to raise awareness around these very important health issues. And if in-person sessions are not possible, sometimes we are organizing regular bi-monthly webinars around the same issue. So what is required from students? So sir has briefly touched about the 2 phases that we have planned SMilES around. So phase 1, phase 1 is this online self-assessment Google form, which only takes 10 minutes to fill. So basically the target age population that we are right now targeting was, initially it was 18 to 21 years of age, but as we saw the responses in Delhi, so the age range of 18 to 25 years is usually who are presently in colleges. But as sir said, there is no age bar for fatty liver to hit you. So we have now opened the SMilES questionnaire to even those who are above 25 years of age, so that they can check their risk score using that online questionnaire. So we have generated this QR code and this link. So usually what happens, we reach out to you, and the university or the college, they appoint one nodal person from the teacher side, and we request you to please put us in contact with one student representative from your college, preferably from Student Central Association, so that we have more access to more reach to all the students in your college or university. So once we get in touch with the nodal persons, we will share this link and the QR code. You can also click this QR code from the screen, and if you scan this, you have to skip one. I think one advertisement comes, and then you can right away get to the form. So what details are we asking you to enter? So it is not like any personal details that you have to enter at all. Your anonymity will be maintained. The data remains confidential at ILBS. We ask you to fill your socio-demographic details. This is because we need to associate make associations with how the fatty liver ranges from one socio-economic strata to another. Also, we ask you for your family history. If any of your parents, grandparents, they have diseases like raised blood pressure, sugar, even cancers, polycystic ovary diseases, which is nowadays very common. Then we give you one document which tells you how to measure your height, weight, waist circumference, hip circumference, and neck collar size. So waist circumference is more important indicator than your actual weight is. So waist circumference, hip circumference, we calculate waist hip ratios, and then this helps us in calculating your risk score. Then after that, we ask you certain aspects of your diet, like your fruit intake, your vegetable intake, number of servings, in grams, how much you eat, and what variety. Then physical activity. So WHO CDC recommends at least 150 minutes of physical activity in a week. So that amounts to at least 30 minutes of physical activity per day for at least 5 days a week. Then history of tobacco, smoking tobacco or smokeless tobacco. So we also share the option of, if you do not want to reveal your information, then that is also an option there. So that is completely up to you if you want to reveal the information or not. But it surely helps you in calculating your risk for developing fatty liver and other NCDs. Then we also ask you about your alcohol intake history, and basically we calculate the grams that come out based on the amount and type of alcohol that you consume. So eventually we calculate a risk score. You will get to know your risk score at the end of this filling this questionnaire there and then. So there are these are the automated scores that come at the end of the questionnaire. So total scoring is of 12 points. So 8 to 12 is in high risk, then yellow, and then green. So in phase 1, we are aiming that we will take the red card holders from phase 1, and we will do confirmatory tests. We will advise confirmatory tests like biochemical tests. And we have also the facility of liver scan, which is a fibro scan, which we do to rule out steatosis and cirrhosis as well. So I just wanted to share this feedback that we have received from over 3,000 SMilES warriors from various colleges across New Delhi. So we clearly felt that there is a felt need. There's definitely a felt need where students want to know more about their health. Maybe specifically not liver health, as they're not much more aware of that, but there is definitely felt need. So we receive feedback like, yeah, I want to decrease my weight, please save me, I want to lose my weight, how you should ban the sale of alcohol and smoking. And people sometimes don't take it seriously, but I hope that we make people more aware of it. And there was a felt need for mental health as well. So stress is an important risk factor for development of NCDs in the long run, including fatty liver. So students also revealed that they wanted physical checkup. So that is what we have planned for phase 2. And then some information on how we can reduce the risk. So we are planning to, actually took this feedback and started the bi-monthly webinar and also in-person sessions. Whenever the colleges invite us, we go there, and in person, we conduct health camps and share the basic to-dos and not-to-dos regarding fatty liver. So, and hoping for an offline medical camp. So this has been so far a success in New Delhi, and we are soon to start phase 2 in New Delhi at least. So we, between yesterday and today, we are close to touching 4,000 students under Project SMilES. So this number has increased now. The 4,000 students have filled the form in phase 1. So in New Delhi, we'll start with phase 2 right away. But for the UGC network, we'll wait for first 3 months and let the students enroll pan-India, and then we will extract the red card holders and probably yellow card holders as well, and then recommend certain tests and maybe advise fibroscan. So what are we aiming to achieve? We have a very decent number, keeping in mind the number of college students across the country. So we have to screen 1 million college students pan-India. Then we have to take the high-risk students out of them and then screen them for fatty liver and NASH, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, which is one step further ahead from fatty liver. You must have gotten your ultrasounds done and doctors say that, oh, it's fatty liver, it is reversible, but fatty liver is reversible only up till like grade 1 and grade 2. And beyond that, you are at risk to develop cirrhosis and eventually liver cancer in the long run, which is a scary thought. So we aim to achieve robust risk stratification at population level across India. And we hopefully want to integrate this risk factor intervention modules into the curriculum. We recently also developed the holistic health modules with UGC, and we hope to put health and well-being at the core of college education policy. So please join hands with SMilES warriors. These are the pictures from the field, and this is the still from the webinar that we recently conducted. Over 500 students joined us online. So these are some snippets from the news that these are our project staff for visiting the colleges to raise health awareness regarding fatty liver. And please, let's make a pledge to educate at least 10 more people, whether they are in your friends, your family, your colleagues, to please generate the snowball effect, because fatty liver is still a topic that is not much talked about yet. And there's no, I cannot think of a more pressing issue in public health liver than fatty liver right now. So this is my email address and phone number. You can reach out to me directly. You can write to me as well. And once we, with the help of UGC chairman, Gopu sir, we get the official permissions and the details of your colleges, we will proactively reach out to you and hopefully get details of 2 nodal persons from your college or university, 1 teacher and 1 preferably student from Central Association, and then we can take it up forward. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Dr. Kanika, for a very detailed presentation on how students and the universities, colleges can participate in this SMilES program. We will take a few questions from the audience. I hope, Dr. Sareen, can we take some questions? Right. So there are some questions which are coming from the YouTube watchers. Rosina Naz, she is asking, is there any self-assessment form and how can we access this self-assessment form?
Yeah, there is a self-assessment form which is being used online survey. This form we can create into as a PDF also, and you can use it, or you can just go online by scanning this QR code also.
Right. There is another question from Mr. Kishore Kumar. He says, I thank the SMILE team for the awareness program through your lecture. The non-alcoholic fatty liver is prevalent in office goers too. Does SMILE have some programs to accommodate office goers like us?
Well, if you get into it, I think the whole university will get into it. There is no need of a program. We will individually, I commit, individually try and connect with each one of you if the UGC allows. For you, you are a symbol of the whole university. For all office goers, the program, the operational guidelines for the country are available. I would request Kanika to circulate. These are already printed guidelines by Government of India, but we as a small team will be with you.
Right. Dr. Kanika has already shown how to join in this SMILE program. But however, what we will do from UGC side is we will collect a poster or a soft poster, and then we will send it to all the principals and the heads of universities with a request to popularize among their student community. I know this program is more directed at the young people. So therefore, we would expect a lot of students to participate in this program. I can also see on the screen here, there are 2-3 heads looking into the screen from one single camera, and they're all young people. So today there are a lot of young people who are watching this program. Let every student motivate 10 of their own friends to be part of this SMILE program. Now, let me go to Sejal Sahu. Could you please unmute yourself? Sejal Sahu, can you please unmute? Right. There seemed to be some network problem. But however, I think there is a lot of participation on YouTube too. Several people are watching. And this program will be available on our social media platforms. Later also, many people can watch this and become part of this SMILE program. If there are no questions, I'm just trying to see on the screen if there are any questions, any hands raised. The lecture was very simple. The message is very clear. And we will work with Dr. Sareen and his team and make sure that this message will go across the university and college system. Dr. Sareen, on behalf of UGC, we would like to thank both of you, Dr. Sareen and Dr. Kanika, for this wonderful lecture. So with those comments, we would like to conclude here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you, sir.